Katie Clancy, Chief House Hawker at the Cape House at William Ravis, and this is your late November 2020 Cape Cod market update. So the question people ask this time of year all the time is, isn't the winter a bad time to do real estate on the Cape? And the answer really is, it depends. It depends on who's asking. Is it buyers? Is it sellers? What kind of buyers? What kind of sellers? Real estate agents? I can never give just a yes or no answer to that question. But I think mostly what people are asking is, when is the real estate market most active on the Cape? And here's the normal answer for a normal market. The activity level of the Cape Cod real estate market is driven mostly by discretionary factors like the normal rhythm of academia, tourism, and just general seasonality. That is, people typically buy or sell Cape Cod real estate by feel, right? This means that in December, when so many people are planning and shopping for Christmas, we don't have the bandwidth to also plan a move. So new listings and overall inventory are at their annual low this time of year. But in the spring, when the end of the school year is in sight, everybody's getting a fresh start feeling, new listings peak, buyers get very active, and then in the summer, when it feels better to just chill out, they typically back off a little and then get busy again right after Labor Day and school starts. So that's the normal rhythm based on feel, based on convenience, or whatever. Enter COVID. So April is usually our biggest month for new listings on the Cape, with about 800 or more houses coming on the market that month every year. But when COVID hit this year, our April new listings dived by like 57% down to in like the 300s. So what were people feeling? Uncertainty, fear, mostly uncertainty though, quite honestly. At first, fear and uncertainty caused buyers and sellers to panic. And everybody just pulled out, circled the wagons, and were like, what is happening? And as soon as they got an answer about what is happening, they got a little bit of information about how we're going to be handling, like managing life during a pandemic, and people started to understand, okay, this is how we're going to do it. All right. So that fear translated into frenetic action. We had bananas numbers activity, especially in resort areas like the Cape. I have a friend works out in Tahoe. Same thing. Sales went literally off the charts. We saw pending properties spike 100% year over year with 3 months of record numbers in a row. The problem was, and is, actually, that homeowners were not about to sell their happy place. Remember, everybody's going for the happy place. They were like, if not now, when? And all this, scramble to get a Cape house. And so primary homeowners especially are like, I'm not leaving here. And second homeowners are like, yeah, I kind of like having this place to go to. So no, actually, I'm not selling right now. But the fear of COVID has still been enough for many of them to wait to sell until after the pandemic is over, at least until we have a solid vaccine out, and add in the uncertainty of the presidential election to the mix, and their grip on their homes gets even tighter. So that's what we've been dealing with. We've had this real shortage, where we had a shortage anyway of inventory, but it's gotten even shorter because of uncertainty about various things in the minds of sellers. So right now, we're in a really weird spot. So in a normal market right now, we would be heading into a quietish 6 weeks or so. But this is not a normal market. As dreadful and scary, and let us not gloss over how dreadful and how scary COVID is right now. As I'm recording, we're just after Thanksgiving. People, God knows what they did last week, and God knows what's going to happen the next 2 weeks. But just going to pause on that for a moment. But as dreadful and scary as that is right now, there is an end in sight. There are vaccines coming down the pike, and it looks like by the end of the month, by the end of December, we'll have people starting to get them. So the end of the pandemic is coming into an ever clearer focus. What does that mean? Certainty. Even if we don't love what's going on, if we know what's going on, people feel more comfortable acting. So we will see homeowners finally making the moves that they have been putting off. You want to know my prediction? All right, this is what I think is going to happen. I predict we will see more new listings this January on Cape Cod than we have in recent years. Will it be like blockbuster? It could be. That will lead to more pendings in February. And in any case, our spring market has been moving earlier and earlier. We used to be like, oh, it really starts to, beef up around April. Then it was March. Then February started to get real hot. I really think that this is the year. This is January's year. I can feel it. So the first quarter, and mind you, before COVID came in, the first quarter of 2020 was already kicking 2019's butt. So we have been seeing that increasing demand. So even a normal trend tells us that first quarter 2021 is going to be busy. Add in a renewed feeling of stability and the pandemic and the election behind us, hope for some kind of relief package, which might end up being too little too late, who knows, but I do believe we will see something come in which does give people hope and actual money so they can do things like buy and sell homes, and a pent-up desire to get the heck out of Dodge. And I think it's going to be a rip-roaring first half of 2021. I don't know. I could be making this all up, but I think I'm onto something. What do you think? Drop me a comment, ask a question, just say hi. If you want to know more about the Cape Cod real estate market or about us at the Cape House team, come see us at thecapehouseteam.com.